Good morning and welcome to University of the Bahamas. I am Astronique Bowe, Senior Manager of Communications in the Office of University Relations. I wish to begin by acknowledging the presence of our President, Ms. Janine Hodder, and welcoming Mr. Cordell Broaddus Jr. and his team, and my colleagues here from University of the Bahamas, Mr. Douglas Barkey, Mr. Keishan Monroe, Mr. Dino Hernandez, Ms. Candice Weish-Eldon, and a special welcome to our media partners. Before we go any further, just a friendly reminder to kindly silence your cell phones. University of the Bahamas is pleased to announce a partnership with Mr. Cordell Broaddus Jr. and the Tesos Foundation for the establishment of the Champ Medici Arts Fund Scholarship Award here at University of the Bahamas. This is a two-part gift that will benefit our students tremendously. I now invite President Hodder to bring remarks, followed by Mr. Douglas Barkey.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This morning, we're here to announce a new partnership, MOU, signing with the Champ Medici Arts Fund and the Tesos Foundation, I got that right? Which is making a $100,000 donation to University of the Bahamas. The Champ Medici Arts Fund is a $1 million philanthropic effort in partnership with the Tesos Foundation to support emerging and legacy musicians and artists across the globe, looking to build and create new, creative, and cultural works on the Tesos blockchain. I'm delighted to be joined by Dr. Doug Barkey, who's our dean, and grateful that he and not I will be sharing with you the details of this exciting new partnership and donation, given my novice understanding of such innovations as blockchain technology. I am savvy enough to ask ChatGPT to explain it to me. And I understand that it is a decentralized, distributed ledger technology that records transactions across multiple computers in a way that ensures the security, transparency, and immutability of the data. Have I got that right? Great. However, I remain wide-eyed and relatively ignorant beyond that, but I'm happy that ChatGPT didn't fail me. And by the way, I just want to say, ChatGPT is a plague in universities, so I really shouldn't be reporting on my use of it. And it's about the opportunity this innovation offers for application within the arts, and especially in extending such participation in the creation of NFTs. And now I do know what these are, non-fungible tokens. And I didn't check that with ChatGPT. I actually got that about 6 months ago. We're grateful for the vision of those at Champ Medici Arts Fund and the Tesos Foundation, Mr. Cordell Broaddus, who's here with us today. We're very grateful for making this investment in students of University of the Bahamas and for recognizing the potential of our very, very talented students. Dr. Barkey, I turn it over to you to explain and expand on the details of this exciting partnership and generous $100,000 investment in the creative arts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Hodder. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of our provost, Dr. Maria Woodside-Oriaki, Academic Affairs in the College of Liberal and Fine Arts, I want to let you know how grateful we are and inspired to receive this generous opportunity. You know, we get a lot of visitors here. We see quite a few who, because of who we are and where we are, and we're happy to receive them. They are all inspired by the creativity they see among our students and faculty, our young musicians, emerging artists, and they leave with good intentions to help out in some way. We're used to not hearing back, but that is not the case today. The Champ Medici Foundation for the Arts and the Tesos Foundation have come together to truly give back to the Bahamian community of emerging creative professionals in a very innovative manner through this gift. You know, the hard thing about being an artist is that sometimes you're on your own. You're working hard to develop your craft, and it can take a while to get recognition. It can take a while to achieve success. You really have to be committed to your art. And the art and artists need to be nurtured so that they have time and space to grow, and then they can bless us with all their creative work. Every artist can tell you stories of how at some moment, some crucial moment in their career, they were helped by a mentor, a collector, a teacher, someone who took a risk and gave them support. So what's just incredible about this opportunity that we have before us today is that there's a recognition that artists need financial support, that they need to have the equipment and the resources, and then to sort of bring that creative vision to life, right? To move from their head to actual producing something. And then they need to be trained on how to present it. So we have all three things here today in this opportunity. That's what's so innovative about it. We have both financially supporting and providing incentive to artists, students, and faculty to develop their work. Then we have the equipment being provided to help them actually achieve that. And finally, how to present that in a new, innovative way using NFTs. So it's really a great opportunity for our students. They're going to learn a lot for this. I know they're really inspired to work on this. We're really grateful for this opportunity based on all we've already achieved in our visual arts and performing arts programs. And I know the faculty and students are going to be using this opportunity to create some fantastic and inspiring work. So thank you on behalf of Performing Arts and Visual Arts. We look forward to working with you, Champ, on this. Thanks.
Thank you very much, President Harder and Dean Barkey. We're now going to invite our guest of honor, Mr. Champ Cordell Broaddus, to bring remarks and to share the exciting opportunities he's providing for our students. Podium's yours.
Thank y'all for coming today. This just really came from the bottom of my heart. You know, my first time outside of America was to the Bahamas with my grandma and my great-grandma, who's no longer here no more. So, you know, just coming down here has always been inspiring, obviously beautiful, very rich culture. You guys have intelligent students, and I just wanted to be representative and show kids that you don't have to play sports or make music to become successful, but you know, you can have ownership in your own narrative and do things you want to do, and that's what I'm trying to strive to do. So, you know, thank you guys for allowing me to make a donation and be a part of this ecosystem. Thank you again. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Broaddus, for those remarks and for your generosity to the University of the Bahamas. Before we invite the media to field questions, Mr. Dino Hernandez will now conclude today's formal remarks.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and thank you, President Janine, Dean Barkey, Mr. Broaddus, and the entire team CMAF and Tezos Foundation for sharing with us as we all celebrate this exciting partnership during our beloved university's Golden Jubilee year. The Champ Medici Arts Fund will grant University of the Bahamas talented artists the opportunity to unlock their creative, musical, and artistic talents. We truly appreciate the partnership with CMAF and Tezos Foundation for the establishment of this $100,000 award, which I am sure of Dean of Liberal and Fine Arts Douglas Barkey and the exceptional music faculty are deeply appreciative of. Providing our students with access to state-of-the-art digital equipment, educational tutorials, and mentorship also will go a long way in teaching and training our students, many of whom are fantastic musicians and artists. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, President, UB United States Foundation Board, and our University of the Bahamas family, I wish to thank all the representatives of CMAF and the Tezos Foundation. Our partners in the Office of Academic Affairs and the Music Department will lead the way with this exciting initiative. Thank you to all our media partners for spreading this great news, and we anticipate musical masterpieces coming out of this beautiful gift. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hernandez. I now invite the media to ask questions. Kindly state your name, the media organization you represent, and to whom your question is directed.
National ZNS, Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. Welcome to the Bahamas. Can you stand behind the microphone, sir?
Certainly.
welcome to the Bahamas. When was your first visit? What year was that?
I was 11 years old, so I believe it was like 2009, 2010.
Okay, what are your impressions of the Bahamas from then and now that you've returned?
Honestly, when I first came, it wasn't as advanced as it is now. But to see like the growth and to see like the new hotels and casinos and the infrastructure that's being laid down out here is phenomenal. So, you know, that's what really sparked my eye and really gained my interest to see how fast you guys grew as a region just from the last time I've been here in 2010.
Do you hear a lot about the Bahamas from, where's your home? California?
California.
Do you hear a lot about the Bahamas?
We hear about the athletes and some of the musicians. Yeah. So.
I am thankful, and I think I speak for a lot of Bahamians. We're very thankful that you were married, your entrepreneurship, and academics. Why?
Why did I marry?
You came to the University of the Bahamas to make this presentation of the $100,000.
Right.
How did you get to choose education as your vehicle to
So,
advance your fund?
Originally, I was here to purchase land through Mr. Mitchell and Mrs. Mitchell on an island called Cat Island.
Yeah.
So while I was there, it hit me like, I want to donate to the university out here. I didn't know what university, and Mr. Mitchell was the one who gave me all the information. I got to meet Mr. Dino Hernandez. I got to meet the whole team, and it just felt familiar to me. So it was like, you know, I went to college. I didn't finish college, but I know, you know, me coming back here and doing this would be good representation for the student body that's currently in school here.
What would you, if you can speak to them directly, what would you say to them? You can look at the camera.
I mean, I'll just tell them to be themselves, you know, try hard, be authentic, be nice to others while you're here, try to hold on to these relationships, you know, really get to understand who your professors are, get to know who the faculty is, and try to do as much for the community as possible.
All right, I'm good. Well, what about older people? Is it just specifically? Is it age-based? What do you plan to do to continue your relationship with the Bahamas?
I mean, this is definitely for the students. This donation is for the students, and the technology is for the students, but we do have, you know, plans and hope to come back and do something for the greater people outside of the school, but I want to start here first.
Okay, and your father's very famous. I don't know you. Have you spoken to him about this relationship? And what do you hope you could bring to him to talk about the Bahamas and extending that relationship?
Well, before I got here, I was studying at Harvard Business School, so just, you know, trying to get my resume a bit stronger so people can know me. But for the most part, I think my father's inspired by the acts of kindness that I'm doing and just doing it from the bottom of my heart. And something that I want him to know is that this is a great region, and maybe he can come down here and make some music with some of y'all artists and, you know, just show the people his face.
Okay.
Well, I'll add something.
Hold on, can you say it to the microphone? Yeah, because.
Come up here,
What
come
would
up
you
here.
like to say to the mic?
I'll say
Yeah.
Because if I want to record it, I need the mic, your voice on microphone. Just identify yourself for everyone else.
Matthew Mitchell, and I'm his realtor in Cat Island. And what I wanted to add about his experience in the Bahamas is, you know, his dad is the famous Snoop Dogg. So when we landed in Cat Island on their first visit there, they were so impressed with Cat Island that they said what they would do is change the name from Cat Island to Dog Island. That's it.
How did you get to choose Cat Island out of all the islands? You said, Mr. Mitchell.
I actually didn't. He took a look at our website, and it spans a series of islands in the Bahamas, and they identified a beachfront property in Hawks Nest Cat Island, and decided that that was something that they were interested in, came down, we chartered a flight, we went over, and this is actually fantastic. We will never forget this. You know the commercial that his dad's on, the Corona commercial? Well, there's a green screen on that commercial, and it shows the water in pristine form, crystal clear just like it is in the Bahamas. So, they'd never seen water like that, never. And when they saw that water, they went berserk, right? In one instance, the charter flight was meant to leave at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right.
So the pilot calls and says, "Where are they?" They're down to the beach. 3 hours later, they call and say, "We're ready." $500 an hour waiting time, but it didn't matter. It was that enjoyable, right?
Tell us about Cat Island, your experience.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's sacred. I actually got to take my friends. They never been down in the Bahamas, so I took them down. We got to ride jet skis, eat the food, meet some of the people. It's a beautiful place. You know, it's very secluded, but we love it.
One bit of advice I did give them, when you come to the Bahamas, I told them, be sure to take off your American hat.
Take that American hat off.
People move at completely different speeds and do things in completely different ways.
Yes. You have 2 speeds here,
Right.
slow and stop. How do you have you visited other Caribbean islands?
Not really. Not to this extent.
Okay.
This is just, I don't know, it's something about the Bahamas. It just feels familiar to me, especially because my great-grandma was here with us when we were younger, so I like to stay where, you know, I feel at home.
That's why it's better in the Bahamas.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Well, that was short and sweet. That concludes today's press conference. We'd like to thank Mr. Cordell Broaddus for coming to the Bahamas and coming to University of the Bahamas. I know you have a tight schedule today because you're flying back. And we just thank you for making this opportunity available for our students and availing yourself to be here for this MOU signing. So before we go, we're going to have the actual signing, so I'm going to ask you to kindly come to the table, and then we will formally conclude. Yes, an official photo. Get out of the way for the photo.
Let me know when we're ready.
Oh, sorry, they're ready. You can go ahead and sign.
And I print to the left, right?
So before you move from here, please, I'm going to ask some of our music students to come so that we can get a photo with them behind you. And an art student. So our students, please come, because this is for you. Oh, sorry. Hold it together. Turn around. Yes, my apologies. Sorry, 1 second. We can stand up for that one.
Don't move, don't move. Make sure my cameraman gets it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So if you don't mind, we're going to transition to the foyer so that we can take photos in front of the UB backdrop.
Yeah, that's fine.